Thinking about moving to Florida's East Coast but not sure where to start? With so many amazing towns stretched along the shoreline, from quiet beach escapes to fast-growing suburbs, it can be overwhelming to figure out which one fits your lifestyle best. That's where I come in. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 towns along Florida's East Coast, starting up north in Melbourne and heading all the way down south to Jupiter. Each town has its own vibe, price point, and personality, and I'll help compare them based on lifestyle, affordability, and who each town is best suited for. So whether you're a retiree craving sunshine and simplicity, or maybe a family looking for schools and space, or maybe you're a remote worker dreaming of life near the ocean, this guide in this video is going to help you narrow it down. Stick around to the end where I'll share my personal favorite and which towns I think have the best long-term potential. With that being said, let's jump right in. First, let's start with Melbourne. Melbourne sits at the northern tip of the Treasure Coast in Brevard County. It's often grouped into the Space Coast thanks to its proximity to Cape Canaveral and the Kennedy Space Center, but it still shares much of the East Coast lifestyle, beaches, boating, and the laid-back Florida feel. Lifestyle-wise, Melbourne has a bit of everything. It has a historic downtown with restaurants and live music, beautiful riverside parks, and wide, quiet beaches. It's a mix of retirees, working professionals, and young families. Melbourne is home to Florida Tech and many high-tech and aerospace companies, making it one of the more job-rich cities on this list. This also means that the area is also a little bit more developed with a mix of old and new construction. Real estate is fairly affordable compared to South Florida. The median home price is right around $365,000, with waterfront homes or riverfront condos going for much higher. There's also a decent amount of new construction, especially on the west side of I-95. If you're looking for a mix of economic opportunity, quiet beaches, and a strong sense of community, Melbourne could be a great choice for you. Just south of Melbourne takes us to number 2 on our list, and that is Palm Bay, one of Florida's most underrated cities in my opinion, and recently earned the top spot as the best city in America for first-time homebuyers in 2025. Palm Bay has a working-class suburban vibe. It's less touristy than the beach towns, it's more spread out with a ton of space and quiet streets. You'll find a lot larger homes with larger lots and fewer HOAs here, and you have a lot of room to grow. It's a great place for first-time homebuyers or anyone who wants a backyard and privacy without breaking the bank. The median home price sits right around $310,000, and you can still find move-in ready homes under $275,000, which is getting a lot harder to do in Florida. I actually helped my aunt buy a home here recently, and it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 1,800 square foot or so, and that house sold for $320,000, and I was able to get her a 4.85% interest rate. That kind of value is getting harder and harder to find anywhere really in Florida, let alone Florida's coast, especially for something that's move-in ready and brand new. Now, Palm Bay doesn't directly sit on the beach, and you'll need to drive 20 to 30 minutes to get to the Atlantic coast, but it's close to the Indian River Lagoon and a short drive to all the attractions in Melbourne. And here's a fun fact, the Indian River Lagoon is the most biodiverse estuary in all of North America, so you're going to see tons of wildlife, birds, plants, and animals there. If you're okay with trading walkable beach access for bigger homes and affordability, Palm Bay is going to give you a ton of value. Heading into Indian River County is number 3 on our list, and that is Sebastian. Sebastian is a charming, small-town community with a strong local vibe and beautiful riverfront views. Sebastian sits right on the Indian River Lagoon, and it's known for its laid-back lifestyle, that Margaritaville lifestyle. It has great fishing and quiet residential neighborhoods. Many homes here are close to local parks, boat ramps, or even have backyard docks. There's a little downtown strip with restaurants, bars, and live music, but nothing too wild. Think Florida's hidden gem kind of deal. It's especially popular with retirees, but more and more younger families and remote workers are discovering Sebastian for its affordability and its natural beauty. The median home price is right around $350,000, with some homes under $300,000 and others well into over $400,000 and $500,000 if they're updated or on the water. One thing to keep in mind, there's not a ton of new development here in Sebastian, so many homes are older Florida ranch-style homes, but they are well kept. Indian River County is very strict on development, so the town will be more or less very similar 20 years from now. So if you're looking for a peaceful, friendly town with lots of nature, small town vibe, and an emphasis on being on the river and boating, and a slower pace, Sebastian might be your spot. Next up is Vero Beach, and this town has something for everyone. Upscale oceanfront neighborhoods, quaint, quiet inland communities, and everything in between. Vero Beach is the most well-known city here in Indian River County and has been a long favorite for snowbirds and retirees thanks to its walkable beaches, low density, and clean, well-kept feel. It also has a strong art scene, excellent medical care, and a charming downtown with boutique shops and restaurants filled with mom-and-pop shops. The lifestyle here is relaxed but refined. You won't find the spring break crowd here. Instead, you'll find local farmers markets, beach yoga, and sunset walks. The median home price is in the mid-400s, though homes on the Barrier Island can easily run over $1 million. Inland, you can still find a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in the $300,000 to $350,000 range, especially in neighborhoods like Vero Lake Estates or older subdivisions that are west of US 1. If you want coastal charm with a bit more polish, and you're okay paying a bit more, Vero Beach is a standout choice. Next up on our list is Fort Pierce, and Fort Pierce offers a more affordable alternative to Vero Beach while still delivering some serious perks and very similar in location. Fort Pierce is an older city with a historic downtown, a growing arts district, and beautiful stretches of uncrowded beaches. Lifestyle-wise, Fort Pierce is a mix. You have areas being revitalized near downtown and the inlet, plus pockets of older neighborhoods that still need work. But the upside of living here is the potential and the affordability. The median home price is right around $280,000, making it one of the most affordable beach-adjacent towns in this entire video, let alone the whole state of Florida. You can still find waterfront condos under $300,000, which is almost unheard of here in Florida now. Fort Pierce has been undergoing slow but steady revitalization. There are new restaurants, events like Saturday farmers markets, and even a renovated marina district. If you want to live near the water without a massive budget and don't mind being a part of something that's up and coming, Fort Pierce could be the right place. Now let's talk about Port St. Lucie, one of the fastest growing cities here in Florida and a major player here in the Treasure Coast area. Port St. Lucie, or PSL as us locals call it, has skyrocketed in popularity in recent years. The reason? Well, first, the relative affordability compared to other South Florida towns, 2, the new construction options, and 3, the family-friendly, safe lifestyle that we have here in Port St. Lucie. It's also been ranked one of the safest cities in Florida with a population over 100,000, making it ideal for families looking for a safe, peaceful place to call home. One thing that makes PSL so unique is the variety of lifestyles here and the variety of communities here that we have available. You've got places like Tradition, Wilder, and Riverland that offer that true resort-style, all-inclusive lifestyle. These neighborhoods are packed with amenities from clubhouses, you got pools, you have tennis courts, pickleball courts, fitness centers, walking trails, and more. They also host regular events and activities and social gatherings, which makes it even easier to make friends and feel like a real part of the community. But if the HOA lifestyle isn't for you, Port St. Lucie has plenty of homes with no HOA and no CDD fees, especially in the eastern and central parts of the town. So if you do want freedom and no rules, they have that as well. The city is spread out with lots of parks, good schools, shopping, and quick access to I-95 and the Florida Turnpike. While it's not directly on the beach, you're only about a 30 to 40-minute drive to the coast, and you can go to Jensen Beach or the Fort Pierce Inlet. The median home price hovers right around $400,000 right now, depending on the neighborhood, lot, and the year it was built. If you're looking for a modern Florida suburb with long-term growth potential, flexible housing options, and an active community lifestyle, Port St. Lucie should be at the top of your list. All right, on to number 7, and that is going to be Palm City, and that's located just west of Stuart in Martin County, and it offers a more residential, upscale vibe. It's not right on the beach, but it's minutes away from it, and that gives you some cost savings without sacrificing location. Palm City is best known for its top-rated schools, its golf communities, and beautiful neighborhoods with larger lots and homes built in the 1990s and 2000s. It's popular with families, commuters, and people looking for a quiet, upscale suburban life. The median home price is right around $500,000, but the newer or more gated-in communities, exclusive communities, can reach $600,000 or even more. You won't find much of a nightlife here, but you will find a lot of well-maintained parks, country clubs, and a peaceful cul-de-sac kind of neighborhood lifestyle. If you want a polished, family-friendly community close to the water, but tucked away from tourist areas, Palm City is a solid contender. Jensen Beach is next on the list, and it's one of Treasure Coast's best-kept secrets. It's technically a CDP, not a city, but it functions like a small beach town, and it deserves a spot on the list. Located in Martin County, just north of Stuart, Jensen Beach offers walkable beach access, a charming downtown, and a low-key but vibrant community vibe. It's a fantastic alternative to more expensive beach towns further south. The median home price is in the mid to low 400s, with older homes available in the 300s and waterfront homes well into the 600s and above. The lifestyle here is beachy and casual. You'll see people biking along the causeway, hitting the tiki bars at sunset, or enjoy the live music. There are good schools nearby, and the beach itself is long, it's scenic, and less crowded than many Florida beaches. If you want a true beach town experience without going full South Florida, Jensen Beach might be perfect for you. Next up on our list at number 9 is Stuart, and it's often referred to as the Sailfish capital of the world, and it's one of the most charming towns along Florida's East Coast in my opinion. It has a picturesque downtown filled with boutique shopping, restaurants, and historic buildings. A boardwalk runs along the river, and there's always some event happening here, from craft fairs to live concerts. Stuart has a small-town coastal charm that draws retirees, snowbirds, and professionals alike. The median home price is right around $500,000, but you'll find a mix of everything here. You have the waterfront estates, the condos, and even some smaller homes on the inland for under $400,000. The vibe here is friendly, a little artsy, and very local. You're minutes away from the beach, and there's a strong sense of community pride here. Public schools are solid, but there's a big focus on preserving the town's historic charm and natural beauty. If you're looking for a picturesque, walkable community town with a mix of modern convenience and old Florida charm, Stuart is a top pick. And that leads us to the last one on our list, number 10, and that is Jupiter. Technically, it's a part of Gold Coast in Palm Beach County, but it's often lumped into the Treasure Coast conversations because of its northern location and its coastal lifestyle. Jupiter is the most upscale and expensive town on this list. It's known for its pristine beaches, its manicured golf course, and celebrity residents. The median home price is over $700,000, and waterfront properties exceed easily over $1 million. But that price comes with an exceptional lifestyle. It comes with top-tier schools, high-end shopping and dining, and some of the most beautiful beaches in the state. Jupiter also offers nature lovers easy access to the Lochahatchee River, Jonathan Bixson State Park, and miles of scenic kayaking and biking trails. So if you have the budget and you want a luxurious Florida lifestyle that still feels laid back and coastal, Jupiter will check all of the boxes. So where should you live on Florida's East Coast? Well, as you've seen, each town on this stretch of coast brings something unique to the table. And the right one for you really depends on your lifestyle, your stage of life, and your budget. If you're all about affordability, especially as a first-time homebuyer or someone relocating on a budget, Palm Bay, Fort Pierce, and Sebastian offer some of the best deals. You can still find move-in ready homes in the $275,000 to $350,000 range, and in some cases, you'll even get a bigger yard, fewer restrictions, and a quieter neighborhood that you would expect anywhere else for that price point in Florida. These towns are more ideal if you're more DIY oriented, if you enjoy a slower pace, or just want more space without HOA rules. Now, if you want something that is a little bit more polished, has a coastal vibe, but still somewhat affordable, then Vero Beach and Stuart are definitely worth a look. They're both known for their charm, their cleanliness, their walkability, their nature, and their strong community feel. Vero Beach has more beach access and has a little bit more artsy flair, while Stuart leans a little bit more towards the historic and small-town picturesque vibe. These are the kind of towns that people visit here on vacation, and when they leave, they could say, I could see myself living here. Now, if you're all about lifestyle, new construction, and master plan communities, and long-term growth, then Port St. Lucie should be at the top of your list. It's one of the fastest growing cities here in Florida for a reason, with tons of options for families, retirees, or snowbirds who want new homes, amenities, and a strong sense of community and comfort. This city is constantly evolving and still growing rapidly, which means if you're an early buyer, you may benefit from long-term equity growth here. Now, if schools and an upscale suburban living are your top priorities, especially if you're raising a family, I would definitely look at Palm City. It's tucked away from the traffic and tourism, but still gives you that quick access to the beaches, golf, and excellent education. It's quiet, it's clean, and full of pride of ownership. And then, of course, if you've got that budget and you want that luxurious Florida dream lifestyle, Jupiter is gonna be hard to beat. You're getting beautiful beaches, great restaurants, amazing nature preserves, and a community that both feels laid back and exclusive. It's expensive, no doubt about it, but for some people, it will check every box. Personally, I find myself drawn to Vero Beach. It's where my family chose to live and settle down. And it continues to surprise me with how beautiful, how peaceful it is, and how livable it is. The balance between affordability, walkable beaches, low traffic, and a strong sense of community makes it ideal for someone like me who wants coastal living without all that chaos of South Florida. You're close to everything, but you're not overwhelmed by crowds. And with its high restrictions on development here in Vero Beach, it's likely to stay that way for a while. And let me tell you this, no matter which town spoke to you the most, the good news is There is no bad choice, just the right fit for you. Now, if you're still trying to decide which town best suits you, feel free to reach out anytime. I help people relocate to this area all the time, and I'd love to help you as well. With that being said, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. And drop a comment letting me know which town felt like your kind of place. And if you want to explore deeper, check out the other videos I have on my channel. I cover everything from new construction, communities, and what local lifestyle is like here in South Florida. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.